me myself, I don't like everyone. You also don't like everyone, obviously. So why do you expect every single person to like you? You could do damage. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Naa Darkoa, and as you guys can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be giving you guys 22 things that I learned before turning 23. You guys actually liked the previous video that I did on how to be confident in your 20s, so I decided why not use this also to, you know, let you guys on to some things that I've learned before turning 23. So let's get straight into the video. So the first thing that I have learned so far is to take my faith seriously. Guys, this is very important because taking your faith seriously is going to guide your life. I am a Christian and it is very necessary to take God seriously, in as much as there are days when you don't feel like. I have been there and it's been hard, but then you have to come back, you have to get back to following your faith and all that to guide you like your whole life. The second thing that I learned in my 20s before turning 23 is to be disciplined. This is so important, guys. Discipline is like one of the hardest things that everyone has trouble with, but then we do have to be disciplined. We have to be very disciplined because we are growing and we are adults now. Like if you are past 20, you are literally an adult, so whatever you do, you are accountable for. You have to be accountable for everything you do, and you have to know that your actions have consequences. So it's very important to be disciplined while you're in your 20s. The third thing that I learned before turning 23 is to know that the person that you are waiting for, or the person that you are waiting to become, is actually waiting for you. If you put in a lot of effort to become the kind of person you want to become, that person might come way sooner than you think. Like the kind of person I want to become, I have to put in effort to become that person, because that person, future Kezia or future Naa Darkoa, is literally waiting for me to come. I just have to put in the effort. Which brings me to my next point. It's okay to not know everything. In as much as we are waiting to become a particular kind of person, or we are waiting to achieve certain goals, you don't have to rush. Sometimes it can be like a lot, seeing other people do so well. You don't have to know everything. But then the funny thing is, no one actually knows what they are doing. All the people that you think are doing so well and know what they are about, we are just trying. Like no one literally knows what they are doing. We are all just winging it. Like no one knows what they are doing, so there's no need to rush. Do not rush. It's okay to not know everything. You don't have to know where you are going. It's a journey, and different things happen at different times, so you can't know everything, and you don't have to have it all figured out. We are all taking it one day at a time, and so should you. The other thing that I've learned so far before turning 23 is to take risk. Guys, this is so important. It is important to take a lot of risk as much as you can, because you're in your 20s, and it's like your 20s are the moments and the opportunities you have to take all the risks that you can. Like just do something, fail at it, do another thing, fail at it until you succeed. You don't have to get things right from the start. You don't have to start something and get it right. Just take the risk and do it. If it doesn't work for you, you know that yes, it didn't work for you. Don't wait until you're a certain age before you decide to do something. Just go for it. It's very important. Just go for it. This is all the time we have. Like 20s, you can do all the not illegal things or like things that will put you into trouble, but like just go for it. In regards to your goals and all that, I'm going to take all the risks that I can. As I'm in my 20s, I'm now 23, I have so much time on my hands, which brings me to my next point, and that is there is time, but then again there isn't much time. Like that's how it is. It's just life. We think we have a lot of time, which we do, but then at the same time anything can happen at any time, and we don't have much time on our hands because time goes by so fast. Sometimes you won't even notice. Time goes by so fast, but then that shouldn't prevent you from enjoying life when you can. You get? So I've learned so far that yes, we don't really have time on our hands, but then the little time we have to take time for ourselves, we should. because it's very important. You have to enjoy life as you go. The fact that you think maybe time is going and we are growing and all that doesn't mean that you shouldn't enjoy life while you can. You shouldn't miss out on opportunities to build important relationships and make certain life decisions. Like, it's not a waste of time to take time out for yourself. You just have to find a balance between all these things, which brings me again to my next point, which is to have a plan. So when you have a plan and you know what you're about, you know that you're supposed to do this at this particular time, there's a time for everything. So having a plan for everything makes everything balanced. It makes you disciplined. You don't waste your time on certain things. You know what and what not to do at a certain time. Write down your goals. You can break your long-term goals into short-term goals, and then you go from there. You take it one day at a time. The next point that I'm going to be talking about is to be confident. As you guys can tell, I made a video on confidence, how to own your confidence in your 20s. If you haven't watched that video, I'm just going to leave a link in the description box or somewhere on the screen, but then you find it on my channel. Guys, it's very important to be confident in yourself. Express yourself. Don't be in your own shell. I was like that, and I'm kind of still getting out of that because I'm mostly in my own space, and I like my own space. But then when you have to express yourself. It is very important. Otherwise, people will take advantage of you. If you don't like something, say it. If you like something, say it. Sometimes people tend to not express themselves as much because they kind of just want some peace, or they want because of peace of mind, for the sake of peace of mind. So maybe they won't really say anything. That's how I was. Like, sometimes I'm like that, but then, as I said, I'm still getting out of that. And you can't sacrifice your peace at the expense of your happiness. So it's very important. Just express yourself. It doesn't matter, you are growing, so just try and express yourself. Don't always be quiet. You might never know. And when it comes to expressing yourself, is very important, because if you don't master it and you take it into the business sector or your work center, it can really affect you in a negative way, and you might lose certain opportunities because of that. So just try and express yourself as much as you can. The next thing that I learned in my 20s before turning 23 is to stop comparing yourself to people. Just stop comparing yourself to people. You are not making yourself any better by doing that. It doesn't make you happy. It just makes you focus on the negative things about yourself, and it will make you envious of other people. It's not necessary. Just focus on yourself. Emphasize on the positive things, the good things about yourself, and just work on expanding those things, and just leave the rest to God. Some things are that you can do literally nothing about it. So stop comparing yourself to other people. Stop comparing what you are doing to what other people are doing. Everyone's journey is different. The next point I'm going to be talking about is to stop thinking about what other people think about you or about any life decision that you make. Sometimes we tend to think so much, if I do this thing, what is this person going to say? Who is that person in the first place? What does the person add to your life? What significant thing does that person's opinion add to your life? You don't need to get approval from anyone except God. The next point is to take note of your strengths. It's very important. Take note of what you are good at, the things that you excel at. Take note of them and work on them. Actively work on them to take you far. Your business, your confidence, your education. Actively work on improving them, because they'll help you in the long way. The next thing is to speak kindly to yourself. I did mention this also in my previous video where I spoke about confidence. It is very important to speak to yourself. Speak nicely to yourself. Speak to yourself the way you'd expect your boyfriend to speak to you. Say nice things about yourself. Your words hold a lot of power. You are who you say you are. So you can use that to prevent you from saying negative things about yourself or to yourself. You are who you say you are. So if you say it out loud, you're literally going to see yourself as what you say you are. I've said this in my previous video already. The next point is knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. I personally like seeing people excel in their education. it's such like a cool thing for me. I don't know why, but in this current world that we are living in, people tend to, on social media, it's like social media is just people tend to say on social media that education isn't all that. Yes, it isn't all that, but it is very important. People make it look like education won't take you anywhere. All you have to do is to be an entrepreneur and all that. But then education does take people very far. You literally have an advantage over certain people when it comes to knowing certain things. So knowledge is power. If you want to have that master's degree or a degree, just go for it. The next point is to know that people will come and go. In this life, we have seasons and there's a time for everything. The people that were with you when you were in JHS or the people that were with you when you were in your teens are not going to be the same exact people, or not every person will be with you as you go through your 20s, and not every person in your 20s will be with you as you go into your 30s. People come into your life to literally serve a purpose, and that's okay. Sometimes we want to stay attached to certain people or give people a second chance at something. Just let people go and come as they will. Everyone comes into your life to serve a certain purpose, so just know that and find peace with that, because people will come and go. Which brings me to the next point, and that is to be alert. Stay alert, guys. Stay alert. Stay away from toxic people. Toxic people come from everywhere, even your family, your friends, your own relationship, but especially when you've seen the signs. Stay away from those people. People who are manipulative, selfish, they just care only about themselves. Like, you can see it in the little things they do. Stay away from them as much as possible, because they are not going to help you in any way. People who make you pretend to be who you are not, people who make you feel awful about yourself, please just be alert, because we are growing and you are going to grow with these people. So you have to be selective about the kind of people that you allow into your space. Be alert. The next thing that I learned before turning 23 is knowing that not everyone is going to like you. People have issues with this thing. Like, somebody doesn't like me. I used to be like that a lot. I wanted people to like me because I thought I was such a good person. I am a good person, but then no matter what, like, people will just have a problem with everything. People will have problem with certain things. It is a normal thing. It's human beings. That is life. We are humans. Me myself, I don't like everyone. You also don't like everyone, obviously. So why do you expect every single person to like you? It doesn't make sense. Like, make it make sense, which is okay. It's life. You don't always have to click with everyone. The next thing is to stop entertaining certain people who won't help you to do anything. They are just with you because of a certain reason. They are with you because of your reputation. They are with you because they want materialistic things from you. People who come to you just to take, they don't give back. Reciprocity is very important. It's very important. It's not that you are expecting something from someone, but then it is very important that the person actually gives back in any way, not just materialistic things, be it emotional, whatever. But then if someone is always taking from you, please just stay away. Don't entertain such people, because they are not going to take you far. They'll just take from you and take from you and take from you, and you're not going to gain anything from them. The next point that I have here is to know that it is totally okay to have different friends for different reasons. This is life. You don't necessarily need a squad. You don't necessarily need a clique to know that, oh yeah, you have friends. Me, at first, I thought I didn't have friends because I didn't have a squad or a clique that I worked with. I didn't have friends that knew each other, like those kind of things. So I thought I didn't have friends, and I thought people didn't like me because of that. But then sitting down and evaluating myself, I realized that I actually do have friends. They are just not the kind of friends that I thought I should have. Taking care of yourself. Self-care is very important, be it health-wise, not just on the physical part, even though the physical part is very important. If you want to do your hair, fix your nails, dress properly, change your wardrobe, it is very important. Your health is also very important, even if it means just taking a nap. Like, it is so important to take a nap. Rest when your body needs it, because you are doing your body a favor, and your body is trying so hard. Like, just sometimes when you sit down, just think about this, the fact that since you were born, like, you are still here, and sometimes you are so sick and you can't do anything, but then you get back up and continue life as it goes. How is your body like trying so hard for 365 days for years? Your body is trying so hard, your heart is beating, your veins are working, blood is flowing. Like, just thank your body, because your body is literally trying so hard. It is so important to listen to your body. If your body is telling you need a nap, take a nap. I know that yes, we are trying to achieve goals and all that, but then what's like the essence of achieving those goals and then achieving those goals and later on having issues with your health? You're always going to the hospital and all that. It is very important to take your health into consideration, so take good care of yourself. The next thing that I've learned, that I'm still learning, is to take money seriously. I feel like everyone has a problem with this. Save so that you can invest in the long term. It will help you. Try and monetize your skills. Like, anything that you think that you can do that will bring you money, just do it. Like I said, you're in your 20s, you can take risk. Like, take that risk. Budget and track your spending. Pay yourself also just as you would pay an employee. The next point is to set boundaries. Like I said in my previous video, it's very important to set boundaries. Not everyone has to have access to you. The last thing that I learned so far is to always aspire to be the best version of yourself. Evaluate yourself, try and improve yourself in any way possible. You are not perfect, you also have mistakes, so always evaluate yourself and try to be a better version. Try to better yourself. All the negative things, your weaknesses and everything, evaluate them and see how best you can fix those things. You have to want to improve yourself, so that the future you will thank you, so that the future you will be proud of you. So yeah, that brings me to the end of this video, guys. I hope you guys learned a thing or two. Let me know if you still want more of these videos and I will do just that. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.